Greetings everybody, Phantom Ryu here, and doing a little video here, kind of at request, but kind of something I intended to do anyway. I'm going to go through all of the mods that I'm using here with Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. You'll see on the left I've got the Oblivion Nexus site opened up. On the right I have the Oblivion Mod Manager. I'm going to go through these in rather chronological order, basically by the order that they're listed in my Oblivion Mod Manager. What I won't be going over though is I do have, if you look here, you're probably going to have to maximize everything to read it, but I do have all of the official DLC patches from Bethesda. The only one I'm missing is the oh my god, I completely forgot the I'll get to it later, but there was one that they released late after Shivering Isles that I don't have. But I do have Horse Armor, Orrery, Thieves' Den, Shivering Isles, well, that one doesn't really count, Frostcrag Spire, Marin's Razor, Vile Lair, Spell Tomes, and Knights of the Nine. And speaking of the official mods, if we come over here, we'll look at the first one that's loaded in my Oblivion Mod Manager, the unofficial mods patch. As you see here, there were some graphical glitches in some of the stuff that was added in Knights of the Nine, such as the stenciling on the gauntlets of the Crusader, etc. So I used this patch. All of the links to these patches on Oblivion Nexus are going to be in the description of this video. So that's the first one in my list. I'm also using the Weather All Natural mod. This adds dynamic weathers, and if you watched the beginning of the playthrough, I had actually had two separate mods that were affecting the weather, and I don't know how I missed that, which is why I was getting some loops in the weather. The next mod on the list is the atmospheric DarkUI loading screens. These are the screens that I'm getting as the game loads. This mod has, I think, about 2,000, I think it says, yeah, 2011 different screens that can load. I'm also using the atmospheric Oblivion sound mod. What this does is, as it says, it adds more ambient sound virtually everywhere in the game. Since I don't need this anymore, I'm just going to go ahead and maximize. At any rate, more sound. The next mod I'm using is Better Bell Sounds. I was flipping through the Nexus site and saw it, and the bells from the chapels, etc., echo throughout the town rather than, you know, just right by it. It's just an idea. I said, hey, that's a great idea, so I went ahead and downloaded it. I'm also using the Better Cities mod. If you noticed in the beginning playthrough, I did have a problem with the missing texture, and I'm not 100% certain that it was caused by the Better Cities mod, but I know that deactivating or downgrading from the current version to an older version fixed it. It could be a conflict between the Better Cities mod and some other mods that I have had, but I fixed the problem by downgrading my version of Better Cities. Your mileage may vary. This is a wonderful mod, as you see here. Here's the dock, which looks a whole lot better and busier than it did in vanilla Oblivion, and it just adds a whole lot of stuff to every city in the game. It is a huge mod, but it is well worth it. I also found this one, better looking unique items, which I saw it and I said, yeah, because like in the original game, the ebony blade isn't actually black. Little things like that, so I downloaded it. The most obvious mod I'm using, of course, is the DarkUI, DarNified UI, the original Oblivion interface, and Skyrim's as well, for that matter, were really designed for a console, and it just did not translate well to a PC at all. As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, some of the first mods that ever came out for Oblivion were indeed user interface fixes. So highly recommend this mod. There are multiple versions. DarnIfied UI, DarkUId is actually a modification of the DarnIfied UI. So, and there's a whole bunch of different interface mods that you can get that are all based off of the DarnIfied UI. I'm also using Elven Map Redux. That's the, let me go down here to some of the images. Oh, well, no images, whatever. But that's the mod that has the real pretty world map as opposed to the, you know, brown and tan world map that came with vanilla Oblivion. I'm also using, and I can't show any pictures on this because this is the Hentai Gentleman's Eye Candy body. It's a better body for females in the game, and I can't show the images because there is a nude version, and that's where the images are from. Don't want to get into too much trouble on YouTube. I, of course, am using the underwear versions during the playthrough so that I don't get any videos banned from YouTube. I'm also, even though this says Book Jackets Oblivion Standard Res, if you go to the download section, there's a HiRez version of this. Just gives the books in Oblivion better looking covers. I'm also using the HiRez Armors Iron as well as the HiRez Armors Imperial Legion. I think they look better than the standard Oblivion armors, and I wish this guy had retextured all of the armors in the game because he did a really good job changing how they looked, but keeping with the motif of the Elder Scrolls series. I saw this mod and just had to download it. It replaces the Clutter skulls in the game with higher res versions. I said, that's awesome, I'm getting it. I'm also using the Immersive Interiors mod. This is the one that allows you to look out a window in the game and see through the window. I thought that was brilliant, and it works really well. Just little stuff like that. It does more, but it does more than just that, but that was enough for me to download the mod, being able to see out the windows. I also have Keychain. I think this is almost an essential mod for Oblivion because otherwise every key that you pick up that stays in your inventory will just clutter up your inventory. So Keychain hides all your keys when you enter your inventory or a container menu. Very, 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 very necessary. And this is one of the mods that requires the Oblivion script extender. Just search for it. I got too many links in this description as it is, but many of these mods do require the script extender. You're going to need to download that. I also am, for the first time, I downloaded Kvatch Rebuilt. After Kvatch is destroyed during the main quest, it slowly builds the city back up. I have never played with this mod before. I know it adds some additional quests, so I'm going to give it a shot during this playthrough eventually. And there's not really much more I can say about it because I've never played with it before. Pardon me. And for equal opportunity purposes, I've also downloaded the male body replacer by Robert. Just a better body for males in the game. There's not really much to say about it. It's a great mod. There are hundreds of options to choose from in it. Probably more than I'd like, but there you have it. I'm also using the map Marker Overhaul, which will allows you, it says here, Vilveran, strong enemy. You can actually mark certain places on the map with, and give it a particular, say, closed quest, strong enemy, locked chest, yeah. So you can go back on your map and remember why it is you didn't finish that, or leave a note so that you can come back later. I'm also using the Natural Faces mod, just smooths up the faces in the game, makes them look a little bit better. I'm also using your personal museum. It's sort of like the basement in A Good Place to Stay, where you have mannequins that you can set your collectible items on. I'm still kind of low level, haven't gotten there yet, but that's what that's for. I'm also using the Quest Award Leveler. Some people may think this is cheating, but honestly, Oblivion is highly criticized, and I think rightly so, for its leveling system, whereas the lower level you are when you complete a quest, the worse the reward is. So I didn't like that design. Normally, and I think as you guys have seen from the theme of the mods here, I generally only choose mods that increase immersion, increase graphics and sounds. I don't generally like stuff that changes game systems and things like that, but I felt that it just wasn't right that you were punished for doing a quest early. So I have the Quest Award Leveler to level up the level specific awards from quests, and that's at Battlehorn Castle. That is the mod that I do not have, the official mod that I do not have, because I never got it, and I bought all the rest of them, but I never bought Battlehorn Castle. As a matter of fact, I think I had stopped playing Oblivion when that came out. I had never heard of it until recently. Reznod Mannequins, that's kind of required to use the personal museum. Those are the mannequins for you to put all of your armor and weapons on. I'm also using the Sounds of Cyrodiil mod. Just like the Atmospheric Oblivion, it adds sound effects to all the games, or all the areas of the game. So I'm also using the Symphony of Violence combat sound enhancement. Just replaces the default combat sounds. I think it sounds better. And as I think you've seen, I'm also using the Unique Landscapes compilation. Just adds a whole bunch, as you see here, a whole bunch of new areas to the game, or changes existing areas so that they look better. Really nice mod. And the last two, of course, are the Unofficial Oblivion patch and the Unofficial Shivering Isles patch. Just like the Unofficial Official Mods patch, these two patches fix thousands of bugs that are in the game and puts them right. So, as I said, everybody, the links to all of these mods are going to be down in the description of this video. And just note that I cannot provide you support with any of these mods. I am not the author, and I am not an expert in load order and using Bash and Oblivion mod managers, so I cannot help you get everything working. I'm just not at a level where I can provide that kind of support. So, but I hope you guys found this video informative, and thanks for your attention. Well, of course, everybody, I couldn't do a video like that without leaving one or two things out, and unfortunately I left out probably the most important mods that I'm using, and that is certainly the most important is this one, Qarl's Texture Pack 3. This is what replaces pretty much every texture in the game. There's some that it doesn't, but as far as atmospheric, what makes a game look so good, one of the primary things is Qarl's Texture Pack. Not much to say about it other than that it's I think is the #1 visual overhaul for the game. I'm also going to try out in this game Bomret's texture pack for Shivering Isles. I don't remember ever using it before, but I'm going to install it and give it a whirl. If it's half as good as Qarl's, it'll be just phenomenal. So I apologize for leaving out probably the two most important mods in this video, but hey, this is me. So thanks again for watching, everybody, and all of the links again are going to be in the description of this video.